When you started your balloon business, I bet you didn't know that you had to decide if you were going to have a home based studio or a brick and mortar shop or do deliveries or full installations. And believe it or not, all of those things make a difference in how you staff your business, how you run your business, how you pay your taxes, and more. So, in today's episode, we're talking with Jam Evangelista, owner of Garden Place Balloons. He is coming back on the show to talk about how he has pivoted from a full studio and installation model to a brick and mortar shop where he has found great success in selling lower ticket items. Not only has he found profit, but he has found peace, and he's going to tell you how to do that in your business. So let's get into this week's episode. We are live at the International Balloon Convention for Sempertex, and a lot has changed since the last time we spoke. So tell me what you've been working on since then, or what our last conversation was in the middle of. Yeah.
So one of the main things we discussed was just like the product stuff that I was doing. You called it the drop and go.
Yeah.
Which it was really funny because in that conversation, I had always talked about a lot of things and like just talked about like the needs of my business and all of that stuff. And I was using the word pivoting.
Yeah.
And in the conversation with you, you reframed it in a way for me that, and it's gonna sound dramatic, but literally changed the way I viewed my business. And you like reframed it for me, where it's just like, yeah, like you like listen to the needs of your business. And I was just like, oh,
Huh.
yeah. I'm like, and it's so simple, right?
I know.
It's
So
like,
smart. I have no memory of this.
and it's funny because like if for those who don't know, I was like a therapist before, and it's really so interesting about like how just a simple reframing can really,
Yes.
really make such an impact. And like I think that was like the one of the few times in my life that I was like, oh yeah, I never thought about it that way. So then I literally started listening to the needs of my business.
Okay.
And with all of the Party City closures, I was getting all of this like requests for helium and like that day-to-day stuff. I think that in that previous conversation we had already kind of like talked about that I was like in a storage type of like
Yeah.
studio space where I had no visibility.
Yeah. You were like, I can get more if I have an actual
Like
like brick and mortar.
Right. So, that really kicked off a hunt
Okay.
for the store. I mean, we spoke in maybe like January, February, where like at least for New Yorkers or Northeast people in the Northeast, January and February feel like the longest months
Yeah.
because it's just painfully slow. And
It's
I think
cold. It's quiet. Yeah. Same in the
ev-
Midwest, I think, for me.
everyone's just like recovering financially from the holidays.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like, do I need to get another job? Like,
Oh, wow. Okay.
like, do I need
Were
to go
you
back?
are you serious? You were like
No, like,
actually.
yeah. And I don't know if it was my anxiety because
Yeah.
I was selling the grab and goes, but it was like it had just picked up.
Yeah.
So it was like I like did those $250 freestanding garlands. I don't want to call it as a place from desperation, but it like almost felt like it. It was like, but
Yeah.
it was like everyone who was calling me was like, I have $250 or I have $500. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
like those two products, the foam board backdrop with the balloons and the freestanding garland, really, really were products that came from like a place of like, if I don't do something, I'm gonna have to go back to
Yeah. I'm
like
gonna keep saying no to these $200 jobs, but also run myself out of business.
correct.
Interesting.
So once like I had filled that void for the 250 $500
Yeah.
budget, it was like I already had a solution to that for that customer. So the next one that was starting to come in was, can I just buy a number one with helium? I
Yeah.
just need a number two balloon. Like, do you have donut balloons? Like, or I just need like 4 helium balloons
Yes.
because Party City had closed. Sorry, had
Yeah.
just closed because I think that I was in the Party City by us closed the last week of March. I think it was like March 28th or February 28th. It was March 28th.
Okay.
Um, So, like, those were the calls that I was getting, and I was just like, "No, like, I'm not at the studio."
So when you opened a store,
Yes.
like what does that actually mean though? Does it mean you're there and you unlock the door at 9 o'clock and then you leave at 5 o'clock and you are like the little shopkeep and you just handle walk-ins? Like how does
Yeah, like,
what
that's
is happening here with this store? Like what is it?
well, I'm not doing a very good job.
Tell me all the things.
I'm not doing a very good job at upkeeping it.
Okay.
And by that I mean it's just like things have just because this was such an impulse decision.
Okay.
Not impulse.
But it doesn't sound like it
It
was. It
wasn't
sounds like you needed to.
yes, and it was but I also make decisions. Me and the lady joke about this all the time. It's like I'm like, I think I need to do this, and like 4 weeks later, I'm like, okay, I'm doing like, oh,
Yeah.
I have the place.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like I just kind of one day decided I was like, I'm not paying for this anymore. Like
Mhm.
there was like the space that I was in was like I had moved into like three different spaces there. All of them had leaks. It was just like I was done. Um I was just done with that
Yeah.
place. And I was just like, I just need to do this. Like I can't let the fear of having a schedule, the fear of all of these things that are like, I'll just have to get over it or not, or just
Yeah.
not like, I don't have to do anything. I didn't have a store for the past 5 years. I was doing fine. If I have a store and don't like, I'm not there 100% of the time, it's like,
Right. Couldn't it have just transitioned to be like a new studio space?
it could have. And
Yeah.
I think that that's kind of where I'm going to start to take it a little bit.
Okay.
I'm I just opened I opened the doors on July 28th. Today is October
Okay.
21st. So there's not I haven't really been there because again, because it was like kind of like an impulse decision.
Mhm.
My birthday's in September. I had a trip planned.
I took September off for my birthday.
No, it was just like 5 days, but it was like I was there kind of August,
Yeah.
but I'm still doing my installs. So
Yes. So that's my
uh,
question because a lot of times people will open like a brick and mortar, but then they have to staff it because they have to go and do installs, but you're not staffing your store. Like it's either open or it's not.
yeah, and I've been talking to people here about just kind of like the fear of committing to payroll.
Yeah.
And that's the part that for me is just
Mm.
like there's some weeks where yeah, it's like okay, like someone comes in on a Wednesday and they spent $1,000 and okay, great, like that has happened once. So I don't
Yeah.
want anyone to think that like that's like an everyday thing. Like the
Right.
average person is coming in and spending $45. I'm like the person who is coming in just because they drove by is spending $45.
Yes.
Like
And
they're
how often do they like do you have days where no one comes in?
I have days when no one comes in. There's some days that I just want to shut the door, but
Okay.
but it's a full glass storefront, so
Yeah.
they'll see me. So,
You're just like, I'm not letting you in.
yeah. So there are both types of days.
Yeah.
So, but so right now, no, I'm not staffing it. Like I'm
Okay.
not interested in staffing it. I mean, I know that if I want to be, like if I want to grow to where I think I want to be,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to. But right now, it's just like I can't rationalize
I know.
like
It sounds like you're still wrestling with it. But overall, has it been a good decision
no,
or
it's been a great decision.
okay,
I'm completely happy with it because even as a studio space,
it's better for your life? Okay.
like point period blank. For me, it's just like, okay, now do I actually want to commit to these hours or do I just want it to be like a hey, call me. Like
Yes,
call
right.
me and if I'm here, I'm more than like more of like a consultation space, I guess. I
Mhm.
think that's like kind of like what I want to like kind of
Like studio by appointment only or something. And then
right.
like would you do walk-ins like Thursday and Friday or something super
Whenever I'm there, like if I'm there, great. Like
Yeah.
what I just do is that if I'm not there, I put a sign on the door that say call or text me.
Okay.
And people do, but some people just want the balloons right now, and
Yeah.
some people are just they're like, okay, I'll come back later. But
Yeah.
um,
Or even using it as like a pickup option. Like
right,
you're gonna be there when they're coming to pick up stuff.
right. So it's just been a lot. It's just been a lot. But I one thing I've kind of like let go of is like the expectation of what it's supposed to be,
Okay.
and just kind of being more like, "No, like, it's okay." Like, if I'm happy with the installs that I'm doing and I just want this to be my creative space, then I will rebrand this whole thing.
Yeah.
The call that's happening now a lot is which I guess I was who was I talking to? I forgot who I was talking to here, and I was like, now the call that I'm getting is, "Do you sell 24-inch gold? Do you sell"
Oh, interesting. It's from balloon people.
Yeah, and I'm just like
Interesting.
I probably didn't do a very good job at branding this.
What is it called?
The balloon shop.
Yeah.
But I'm just like,
But, like, it seems like it like, if I called something like that in my town, I wouldn't get balloon person calls. It would be
every single day, Sarah.
that's crazy.
Every
Are
single
you, like Yes. And they're $4 each.
No, I just don't know. I
Yeah.
don't sell latex, but I think that I think that that's going to be the thing that will, if I do it, and I've been seriously thinking about it, if I do it, will be retail pricing. It's obviously can't
Yeah,
do this yet.
yeah, right.
Retail pricing, and there's a lot of businesses in like small businesses that sell at that price point and they do well.
Yeah, okay,
So,
interesting.
I'm at the point where the closest distributor to me on any given day can be an hour, 45-minute
Oh,
drive
wow,
due to the
okay.
traffic. Just New York in general is just horrible. But um, so people are like, when I tell them like, oh, can go to our local distributor,
Mhm.
they're like, I'm not driving there. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna take me 2 hours to get there. And it
Yes.
almost feels like facetious because I'm like,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
looking at me like, bro, I can't go there.
Well, how we've been talking about mindset stuff a little bit. Do you have any feelings around this idea that maybe they're just my perception of your brand, that you were very, like, high-end luxury, big events,
Mhm.
and now you're still doing those, but you're also promoting a donut and a number 1 balloon? Like, is there any mixed feeling or conflict in your brain of, like, one is better, or now I'm just doing these helium balloons, or are you like, "I don't care because it's money?" Like, how do you
So
categorize those in your brain?
so, for me, it's just become a matter of, like, I think that the minute I bought a house, the perspective, like,
Mm,
the standard that I have that was, like, just in my head kind of went out the window. It's just like, I can't just keep like, when I started to really think about how many times I ended calls of $500 a month, and I'm just like, "I could've done them."
yeah.
Like, I could have just done them.
Okay, interesting, yeah.
Like, and I'm just like, "Okay, even if I like 4 of them that I do a month, I just said no to $1,000, and then I'm just sitting at home not making
Yeah,
$1,000."
yeah,
That's just kind of like that's the perspective that I had where it was just like, I also my mindset on effort has changed. I don't know if effort's the right word, but,
yeah.
like, if you want $5 balloons, I will get $5 I will give you $5 balloon and effort.
Okay.
Like, you want 10,000 balloons? I will give you $10,000 balloons and effort.
Yeah,
And that has helped me regulate and be okay with all aspects of, like, sure, $3? Yes, absolutely. Here you go.
yeah,
Have a
okay.
nice, and I'm happy to do it because I've adjusted my own expectations of what I thought I was gonna what I needed to do. Also, like, yeah, you've said it a million times, those big jobs, big tickets, not big profits.
Yeah,
In the grand, when you compare it to how much money you're really making on the smaller stuff,
yeah,
maybe not so much on helium, but at least the smaller airfield stuff, it's just like when you look at the percentages of how much you really walk away with, it's like I
yeah, when
sh
you throw in a U-Haul and extra staff and,
the
it's
food,
all chrome gold and the
right.
food, yeah,
Like, I'm now, like, feeding 10 people whatever, like, even
yeah,
if it's pizza, but, like, I didn't have to get the U-Haul, I didn't have to, like,
yeah,
there's just so many other things that I didn't have to plan or account for, or, like, there's, like, so much, like, those big installs really take up a lot of time, and I don't think that
yeah,
people realize that it's not just the me getting there, it's the getting there and being there for 10 hours
mhm,
is just the beginning of it, and sometimes it's like, how do you even tell someone, like, "Hey, we're gonna be in this venue for 10 hours?"
yeah,
Which and a lot of and a lot of times, it's like, we're really just navigating all of the other vendors that need to lay down the groundwork for what we're doing before we can even get started. So
mhm,
sometimes I'm like really just standing around paying people for us to just stand around and chit chat because the trust people haven't gotten
yeah,
their jobs.
right,
So
totally, or the marquee people. It's always the marquee people. Let's be honest. That's why we all bought them. Well, I had a weekend because I'm in my dead time too. It's very slow. And during the summer, I have like a $400 minimum, which is like pretty easy to get to. But I kind of lifted that a couple weekends ago. And I was telling all my friends, I was like, I have nothing this weekend. Like this weekend is dead. And then I look back and I did have like like an all foil arch, which is like these little mini columns with, a name in the middle of helium
oh, pretty, yeah.
foil balloons. And then I had a balloon marquee, which I don't even do anymore, but, like, someone asked for this one, and I was like, "Okay, it's a one, and it's a fire truck, and, like, whatever," and that was
Yeah.
$150. And then I had, like, 2 helium bouquets or, like, it was nothing. I was done on a Saturday by, like, 10. Like, it felt like I did no work. I was like, "Ah, what a wash of a weekend." I had nothing. And I look back, I made, like, Billy. I made like $1,000 doing like no work. And
Right.
that's what I made in a week at my full-time job before that. So I think your
Right.
mindset also shifts when you're used to making a lot of money quickly,
Yes,
that then you're
yes.
like, "Oh, this isn't even worth it." And you're
Right.
like, "Wait, I think I'm a little spoiled in terms of what I think is worth
For
it," you know?
sure,
Like
for
making
sure.
$1,000 to work for a couple hours is like pretty worth it compared to any other job, you
Right, like,
know?
if you say that to, like, your regular person, they're
Yeah.
like, "Bro, you're out of touch."
Yeah, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Okay, well, let's go back to the store and thing is brand new, right? You're what, 3 months
Yeah,
in,
3
4
months
months?
in, yeah.
What has surprised you, good and bad?
Good. I realized that people are a lot more not I don't wanna use the word eager, but and I don't know if the word is willing, let's mix willing and eager to give you money when you have a physical location.
Ah, okay.
Like, I feel like people are just it was like, "Oh, that was
When
easy."
they're standing in front
Yeah,
of
like,
you.
they're like, "Oh, that okay, let's do it," and I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
because 'cause you're not, like, emailing an invoice and
right,
checking with the husband and waiting to hear back, and it's
right,
just they're just there.
yes."
Okay, cool.
And on the same token, the bad is that I'm having to do a lot of, like, re-education and things that I had been so far away from, which the supermarket does it for $1.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of that.
So now, what are you saying?
The
They're
comparison.
fighting with you on price because before you were like, "Well,
Yes.
you can't compare this huge install to this bouquet," and now you're
Right.
like, "Well, but you can compare a bouquet to a bouquet." How do you justify that? Like, what do you say? Because 'Cause I'd be like, "I don't know. You should go to them, I guess." I'm a terrible salesperson.
What do I say? So I just say you just can't compare it, and sometimes they don't understand,
Yeah.
because I'm now become, like, terribly afraid. I'm a very confrontational person. Yes, I'm really working on it. So and I'm practicing this because I'm afraid of the consequence, which is a bad Google review.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I say it's just like you just can't compare. But I think that it hasn't happened in a while, but I'm really, really eager to tell someone like, hey, like, I wish you knew that this is the comparison of someone walking up to you at your job, whatever your job is, and saying, like, hey, do you know that someone completely unqualified and like with no like education on this is offering to do your job for like half of what you're doing it for?
Oh, yeah, and you're like, "Yeah, sounds about right."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like what I just tell them, it's like, "Oh, no, you just don't you can't compare, the quality is just different." And I just like I don't go past that point
Yeah.
because again, I'm working on being super confrontational, so I can go tit for tat with you till we're both blue in the face. It's a really bad
Probably
habit.
not the best sales technique,
Right,
but
but which is why I just like I completely understand. You just, you
yeah.
just can't compare the quality. I was like, like since I use sun protects, they're like, I'm like, like these balloons are brought from overseas. I just can't manage to match that price, and I
Yeah.
completely understand why you would feel like you can think you can compare it, but you just can't.
Well,
So
and I feel if they're already, like, in front of you, though, it's also like, you're here. Like, do you want to go to a grocery store and see if they have what you want, or do you just want the thing you want, you know?
right, right.
I could see the advantage of having the
Yeah,
in-person.
so but I do, right now, like, what used to be Party City is now Michael's for us.
Okay, sure.
So a lot of what I just do is that, like, I mean, I still sell things at my price, but, like, I'll throw in, like, 1 or 2 extra latex balloons.
Okay,
Like, I'm talking about, like, the prepackaged bouquets, or if they do
sure.
something with the foil, like, I'm like, "Hey, here's some 2" like, I'll be like, "Oh, you get 2 latex balloons with this."
Yeah,
What is it really costing me? Like, it's just not like, yes, and I'm sure that at the end of the year, I may not feel the same,
yeah.
but it's not really costing me much, and
It's more like goodwill.
yeah, they feel like feel like super happy about it, and I've gotten actually a lot more Google reviews without asking from the people that I'm like, "Oh, and you get 2 extra, like,
Okay.
here's 2 latex balloons." Like, "Oh my god, thank you so much." So,
Yeah, yeah.
so that's been a thing, like
And what are okay, because I think there's a lot of tips that you've shared that listeners and myself can use even if we don't have a brick and mortar. Like I'm
100%.
never going to have a brick and mortar. Um but like I can just deliver these items,
Right.
right? So what are your top sellers of these, like I don't want to call them low end. That sounds insulting. But
But what price
not
points?
installations. Like what are these kind of like you talked about in the last episode, these drop and go items? Like what's killing right now that you can sell these all day?
It's the grab and go garlands.
Really?
That same not the grab and goes,
The
sorry. The
freestanding. Yeah.
freestanding and the freestanding in regards to air filled, I do freestanding garlands all day, every
Okay.
day, and I'm happy to do them.
Yeah.
And then in regards to the helium stuff, although although it's a higher price point,
Mhm.
if anyone sees me on social media, I've been doing a lot of the like personalized jumbo stuff.
Okay.
And I've realized that people really like they will like, they'll just the being able to personalize the balloons really, really makes a huge difference
Yeah.
in, like, whether you make the sale or you don't make the sale. Even I sell it as an upgrade,
Sure.
but people really love seeing their names on things.
Yeah.
I, like, joke around, like, that's why everyone got, like, their name tattoos in the '90s.
I agree though. I have started renting the backdrop panels. I'm like way late to that party, but
Yeah,
they rent really well. And I didn't want to do the customization because it's a pain in the butt with the Cricut and the vinyl and whatever. So I charge like 50 to upgrade with the, thing on there, and everyone does it.
yeah.
Every single person. Like last weekend, it was $50 to put "Yeehaw" on a backdrop. It took me like 3 seconds to cut out and stick on. And sometimes they're more intricate or whatever. But in general, people just like they think it's cool if it like perfectly matches their theme or their name or whatever.
Right.
So
So
yeah,
that's been a huge, huge success for me, the personalizations. Like people love it.
cool,
Love it.
cool.
Like, even if it's just to put a 6 on the balloon. Like I sell these prepackaged bouquets. They're themed. So
Okay, so someone
Dora.
wants trucks or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
Dora.
Okay,
They're the prepackaged ones that come with 5. So like
gotcha.
there's like Frozen. They have like a whole bunch
And
of
like
themes.
matching stars and like
Yeah,
whatever.
like
Okay.
Sonic, SpongeBob, like they have tons of these themes, and it's easy because I don't have to do the work. Because like people walk in and be like, "My son likes X," and I'm like, "Okay, I don't know your son." Like, so like I
Yeah.
think people like expect there to be like a lot more offerings with balloons, like where you walk into like a toy
Well,
store.
that's the thing. Do you have to have, like, a huge wall of all of these foils that you have? Do
I
you
do,
do you have
I
a huge
do.
inventory? Like, what's
Mm,
your actual display
I don't
like?
have a huge inventory, so I keep 10 numbers. I have numbers in gold, silver, rose gold, hot pink, purple, red, blue.
Okay. That's a lot. I have, like, some gold. That's my entire inventory.
Well, now I have the store, so it has to be like complete.
Yes,
So,
right.
and I want to be able to offer that like really, really nice. Like, hey, like you're doing the Frozen set, so
Yeah.
let's do the purple number 6, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to do that. I still want to keep that. Like, I don't want to lose too much of like. I
Mhm.
don't ever want to be like a grocery store. Like, I want it to still feel special and unique because it really does make me happy
Yeah.
to do balloons. So I have those numbers, then I have a wall full of foils from that point on, and it's the prepackaged bouquets, it's, like, just stuff that says happy birthday on it. So I have, like, number stuff, I have, like 60, 70, 18, 21,
Sure.
like, things that just have numbers on them. I have orbs that have, like, happy birthday on them, and then after that, it's, like, just random, like, clouds,
Okay.
fire trucks, um, spiders,
Sure.
like just random things like that. And it's fun because like when I have a theme, I have an event next week for YouTube and it's Halloween theme. I took all my Halloween
Oh,
foils off
yeah.
the wall. I put them in a Ziploc and I was like, these are coming with me.
Yeah,
And
okay.
so it's like it kind of helps like balance out another part of the of
Sure.
my
Or,
bit.
like, if you have a custom like an install and then there's remainder, extra balloons, you can just add those to your wall and you're
You're
like,
right.
"We got extra spiders now."
Right.
Okay.
Right. So,
Cool, cool.
and then the other half of it are like the handmade tassels that I have. So
Oh, interesting.
if
Okay.
people wanted to buy that, I will say I haven't sold one.
Oh,
I
interesting.
spent
Here, I'm like already ready to order them. I'm like, tassels, you say? More crap I can order. Great. Okay.
no. I bought the tissue paper for. I have like a huge like a warehouse place by me that just sells like it's like kind of like just like a party warehouse.
Okay.
Like it's not like any like I can't even describe it to any of the distributors that we know. It's literally just like random party stuff. Like
Mhm.
it's actually where like 99-cent stores go to buy. So like they have like the small like 4-inch foils that they put on a
Oh,
stick.
okay.
They have like the
Interesting.
teddy bears. They have gift bags. It's like very 99-cent market.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's where I do a lot of my shopping. So I bought some tissue paper in all of the colors because I bought the balloon weights and the
Okay.
ribbon all to match so that my balloon wall was beautiful and in a gradient. And not one has and I made them myself. I
Huh.
folded the paper myself.
Well, they look good as decoration,
Yeah,
I'm
people
I'm assuming.
yeah, they're beautiful. And I have the feedback I have been getting. A lot of people walk in and they say like, "Oh, is this a franchise?" And I'm like, "No."
Oh,
But
you're like,
I like
"It
them.
can be if you'd like to buy one from me." Interesting. Cool. Well, let's wrap up because we're now roasting in the sun. It has shifted here. Well, exciting. Do you have any goals to measure success of your store in the next 9 months, next 2 years? Or are you just kind of listening to, like you said, what your customers need, what works best for you, and kind of morphing your business to work in that way?
I don't know that I necessarily have a store for a goal for the store.
Yeah.
I know that that sounds a little crazy
No, I
considering I
mean,
invested an obscene amount of money to
oh,
get it up
really?
and running. Yeah, it's like it's a lot more than I thought that it was gonna be, and especially because I already knew that I was gonna be up against a lot of like the stigma. I don't know, yeah, stigma about like balloons. I think that people really see balloons like, and I now see it more when people walk in and I'm like, $4 for a balloon. They're like, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I realized, like, people are really not in touch with how much this stuff actually
yeah.
costs. So I wanted to make sure that certain aspects of the aesthetic of the store were like non-negotiable. And I'm getting the positive feedback, which is this a franchise?
Yeah, right.
So I say that to say that it's kind of crazy that I don't have real goals for the store, but I know that for me, I definitely just want to be in a place where I'm generating like a substantial amount of money enough where I can justify having someone there
Sure.
7 days a week. Like I hear people like have 4 full-time employees. I'm like, "What are you paying people?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"How do you sustain I mean, and then I'm like, like, "No, Jam, like full-time doesn't mean that you're supporting a family of 5." Like
Yeah, yeah.
it just means you work 35 hours a week.
But
So
it does. I mean, I get it. It's heartbreaking to think you're gonna pay someone $15 an hour to stand there for 8 hours and no one comes in, you know? It's
right.
like, it really does
R
shift the focus a little bit.
right. So I think that I think that for me, the store is gonna bring me to a place of maturity where I think I had been like running from for a little
Mm,
bit. Um, which is like, like I've been doing this, but it's just been me. I do it when like I don't want to say I do it when I want, but it's just like, no.
yeah.
But then like now if I really grow my business to a place where I can have someone there with me, it's like, no, we can't do that.
Yeah,
Like
right.
we have to.
You're growing out of a place of true, like, solopreneurship
Right,
into
right.
entrepreneurship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess that's the goal for the store,
Yeah,
just for the
cool.
the store, but I know that I have to let go of the fear of, um, not having I always have I don't wanna say I always have the money, but it's like, I do have to just lose sight of the fear of, like, what if I don't have, like, this part-time employees, like, in the payroll every
Like,
2
that
weeks?
scarcity mindset, totally. I
Yeah.
I worry about that all the time, and I don't
I'm
even
glad
have, I mean,
Okay, I'm glad to hear that other
yeah.
people feel that way because it's for me, it's just like I have workman's comp and like it's like the audits and the insurance, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
None of us do.
okay.
We're all just faking it. Everyone's faking it. Like, if someone really has their act together, I think they're the odd one.
Mhm.
I think everyone in general is just like, I just don't know if I can really swing this. Like, and it does get risky and scary for me when I'm like offering a job, not knowing if I can really pay it for a long time. Like, I'm messing with someone's actual life. So, but I think there are people that want to work part time and pretty casually. And like you said, like, maybe they don't even need the money. So they just want a part time job. Like, I think for a lot of stay at home moms, once their kids go to school, like, working at a party store would be like the dream,
Right.
working at a store where they're like, I just get to go and blow
Inflate
up
balloons.
balloons and talk to people. Like, it's my nightmare, but it might be other people's,
R
little dream.
right, so I guess that would be the goal for the store. I
Yeah.
I I never thought about it that way. With all of these conversations always end up being like a reflection for me. I'm gonna go upstairs and be like,
Same. The podcast is my therapy. That's why everyone's like, how can you just like talk and talk and talk? I'm like, because I am that messed up. Like, I just am always thinking of it's constant. I'm always thinking about all these business things.
I'm gonna go up to my room and be like, I had no goals for the store.
That was just my friendly way to wrap up the episode. Didn't mean to throw you into a spiral mid convention. Well, thank you so much. You're
Thank
clearly doing a lot right. You're very ambitious. You're really going for it. I'm excited to see where it goes, and I want to go see it. I want to go visit you. That's gonna be my goal. I want to go in person and see your decor. I'm renovating, not renovating, but we're moving. Like, it just
Yay.
happened yesterday, and I have to update a whole new shop space. It's not like a shop, but it's in my
Oh,
new house and
it's so
starting from
fun.
scratch.
It's so
So I
fun.
feel like I've learned a lot, and now I'm gonna put those new things. But it adds up. It gets quick. Paint's expensive, floor's expensive, walls are expensive, shelves are expensive.
If you
But
were wondering, counters for your POS system are expensive.
oh
POS
yeah,
systems are expensive.
yeah, yeah. It's all different.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a good job. I love like chronicling it on the podcast. We'll have to put all your episodes together into like a mega episode. Well, enjoy the rest of your convention.
Thank you.
And it was so nice seeing you in real life.
Yes, alright, thank you.